the biggest MMA fighters of all time. MMA has been one of the fastest growing sports in the past few decades. This combat sport's appeal lies in its anything can happen nature. There's something for everyone of any size in this sport, as long as you have a fighting spirit and some good technique. On today's list, however, we will be focusing on one size in particular. Our list today pays homage to the heavyweights, the big boys that amaze us in their opponents with their sheer size. 1. The Korean-born behemoth goes by the cage name of Korean Colossus. Choi is proficient in kickboxing, MMA, and wrestling in his home country, standing at an amazing 7.15 feet tall and weighing in at 365 pounds. Choi is one of the largest wrestling and combat sports athletes ever to grace the octagon. Unfortunately, Choi suffers from acromegaly, a disease that caused some parts of the body to never stop growing. Despite this, he was definitely a force to be reckoned with in the cage. 2. Paulo Cesar de Silva, also known as Giant Silva, is a Brazilian-born fighter who initially tried to make it as a basketball player and even participated in the Olympics for his country's team. But Giant Silva would not stop there, standing at 7.18 feet tall and weighing in at 385 pounds. Silva is certainly a giant in any arena. However, the Brazilian Giant's MMA career was cut short because of the fame he had acquired in the WWE arena. He was pit against much more experienced fighters from the start of his MMA career because of the promotional value of fame. Being outmatched from the start, the Giant quit after only 8 matches. 3. Chad Rowan, also known as Akebono Taro. Rowan was a successful sumo fighter and professional wrestler. Rowan, the Hawaiian-born fighter, moved into MMA arena looking to solve some financial problems. Although his fights were certainly entertaining, he was not quite a match for his competitors. Despite this, he is definitely a worthy contender on our list, weighing in at an incredible 496 pounds. Rowan is one of the heaviest fighters to ever set foot in the octagon. 4. Emmanuel Yarbrough, another fighter that made his name in the sumo arena, also participated in judo, wrestling, and even American football. This mega fighter also did not have much success in his MMA career, winning only one of his fights by forcing his opponent to the ground under his immense weight and making them surrender with the sheer force of his weight. Definitely not the most common technique, but enough to earn him a spot in our top 10 list today. 5. Alexander Lungo. This Romanian boxer and judo fighter entered the world of MMA weighing in at a formidable 375 pounds and standing 6 feet tall, and participated as a heavyweight fighter. He won 10 out of his 15 total MMA fights, which is respectable. However, he was known to tire out toward the end of all his fights, which gave any opponent who could last more than one round a real chance of victory. 6. Alan Karev, one of those athletes that were born with immense size. At birth, he weighed 15 pounds, and after 6 months, he had already moved up to 40 pounds. Because of this growth, he could contend in heavyweight class by the time he was 18. Karev only had 5 MMA fights, and his career was over in less than a year, with the Giant preferring to focus on his sumo career after that. 7. Our next heavyweight fighter is a man called Eric Scott Esch, and probably needs no introduction. His nickname was Butterbean, and he was a heavyweight boxer as well as a kickboxer. Butterbean is also famous for his career on various fighting games because of the appeal of his underdog nature. This heavyset boxer had a pretty successful career in MMA, winning 17 out of his 26 matches, showing the world that there's always a chance for the chubby guys too. 8. Yoshihiro Takayama. This Japanese wrestler stands at an impressive 6'4" feet tall and weighs in at 279 pounds. After failing to achieve much success in the UWFI organization in Japan, this fighter tried to move over to MMA. Despite losing all 3 of his fights, he achieved that fame by sheer willpower, showing immense strength of will during all of his matches. Some MMA fans believe that his fight against Fry was one of the most impressive UFC fights ever. 9. Sammy Schilt, a kickboxer and MMA fighter hailing from Holland, is certainly seen as a man of monstrous proportions. Sammy had a highly successful kickboxing career, winning the K1 title 4 times, 3 of which were in a row. He moved over to the UFC in 2001 and had an impressive start, defeating Pete Williams in his debut match. His total career record stands at 41 fights, of which he won 26. Standing at 6 feet 11 inches tall and with a reach of 88 inches, Sammy definitely deserves his spot on our list. 10. Our last name on the list of the biggest MMA fighters of all time has to go to Bob Sapp. The semi-retired American kickboxer and mixed martial artist made his MMA debut in 2002. At 6 foot 5 inches, weighing in at 329 pounds, Sapp is certainly a behemoth of the MMA arena. Despite lacking in technical skills, Sapp utilized his pure strength to give Antonio Nogueira one of his hardest MMA fights ever. Despite losing, Sapp's ability to compete with his top-ranked fighter won him the hearts of the fans and launched his career. There you have it. That's our list of the biggest behemoths that ever graced the MMA stage. Let us know which other fighters you think deserve to be on this list because of their sheer size by commenting below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you again tomorrow for another amazing video.